Chapter 876. At this moment in the kitchen, Nadarya had put on an apron as she started preparing and processing the ingredients that she was going to cook with Trump's help. Trump was standing at the side as he helped her as diligently as he could. He had always been dreaming of this day where he could finally prepare a hearty dinner in the kitchen, together with his beloved Nadarya. However, he really did not expect his dream to finally come true after more than 20 years. Nadarya was also feeling very emotional at the moment. She had been living in the United Kingdom with her husband for more than 20 years, and though the two of them would often cook and prepare meals together, she had never felt this way before. She felt that as long as this man was standing next to her and as long as he was staying by her side, he would always be able to bring her an infinite sense of intimacy. Therefore, she was filled with joy and satisfaction because she was able to cook for him and be busy in the kitchen with him. As the two of them were cooking together, it was inevitable that they would have some friction and body contact with one another. Sometimes, their hands would brush past each other's, and sometimes, other parts of their body would come into contact with each other. Very soon, they were both already secretly blushing and their faces were flushed red. After all, they had both shared a lot of history with one another and they were each other's first love. Besides that, both of them had also given their first times and lost their virginities to one another. Therefore, even after so many years have already passed by, the two of them could not help but be filled and reminded of the memories of their past when they saw each other. They both had a very strong magnetic field within, and this magnetic field was similar to the magnetic field that attracted the opposite sexes to each other. As Trump was helping Nadarya, there were countless times when he had the sudden urge to pull her directly into his arms and hug her tightly. However, this impulse was quickly suppressed by the timidity in his heart. Nadarya was usually very good at doing housework, but it was a little different today. Since her first love was around her, she felt that she seemed to be a little distracted and absent-minded no matter what she did. She could not help but feel very distracted by the man next to her. While she was cutting and preparing the ingredients, there were also a couple of times when she had nearly cut off her own hand because she had been so distracted. Trump was also very absent-minded as he stood beside her. His focus was not on washing the vegetables and helping Nadarya to cook, but his focus was entirely on Nadarya alone. At this time, Trump was even slightly regretting the fact that they had moved into the villa at Beacon Top. If they were still back in the small kitchen in his old house, they would both definitely have to touch or stick to one another if they were cooking and preparing dinner together in the kitchen. However, the kitchen in the villa at Beacon Top was really too huge. Even if the five of them were working in the kitchen at the same time, they would be able to work peacefully without interfering with each other's work at all. Therefore, Trump needed to find special reasons or excuses whenever he wanted to get closer to Nadarya. Trump struggled for a long time because he did not dare to hug Nadarya. Every time he mustered up the courage to do so, he would eventually succumb to his timidity and give up on the thought immediately. Finally, when Nadarya was putting the shrimp into the pan to make her stir-fried shrimp, Trump finally mustered up the courage to hug Nadarya tightly from the back. After that, he murmured nervously and excitedly, "Nadarya, I've really missed you so much in the past 20 over years.